When we read the 10 Commandments in Exodus 20, there's actually not any clear and perfect way to number the commandments. Like if you actually read through, and you're to count out every time it says thou shall, or a different translation like do or do not, or you shall, or you will. When you read it, there's actually more than 10, and so because of that, different Christian traditions number them differently. And so as we number the commandments, as we look through it, the fourth commandment, we number it as honor your father and mother. And so there's a number of different ways to divide that, and it's not really important how you number it, and different people number it for different ways. I actually love the way Jewish people number it. They number their first commandment as remember the Lord your God who brought you out of Egypt, which isn't really a command, but more of a reminder. But I also think there's something really incredible about the reminder of what God does before he tells you how to live. But when we read the commandments and we label the fourth commandment, honor your father and mother, it's also the first commandment and the commandment that has a promise. It says honor your father and mother, and that with this is attached the promise that you will live long. In other words, that there is this relationship between your life and the way you honor and treat your parents. And so this is a valuable commandment for us. This is also the dividing mark. The first grouping of the commandments, the first through three, or if you come from a different background, maybe this is the first through fourth for some of you. Those commandments are about your relationship with God. And so don't have other gods, do not misuse the name of the Lord your God, remember the Sabbath. All of those are built around our relationship with God. The rest then of the commandments are actually our relationship with other people. So your relationship with your parents, your relationship with your friends. And so honor your father and mother is obviously, right, your relationship with your parents. But also then, don't murder, don't commit adultery, don't steal. All those then, right, their relationships with peers, with friends, with significant others, all of those then are built into the rest of the commandments. And so this commandment, honor your father and mother, all throughout the scriptures we see this kind of thing echoed. And in Ephesians 6, it says, children, obey your commandment, obey your parents. And then it says, for honor your father and mother. And this is the commandment with the promise that you will live long. And so what is clear in the teachings of the scriptures is that there is a benefit to you as you honor your parents, and there is a benefit to your life. And now maybe that doesn't mean every single person who honors their parents is going to live a very long time. Like it's not a prescriptive guarantee that you live a long life, but it's a generally true principle that honoring your parents actually improves the quality of your life. Like if you're just going to say mean things to your parents, it's going to make things a lot more difficult. And so my encouragement, though, for you is as God gave you his parents, your parents who love you, who care for you, who protect you. And so God has put you in relationship with them, and he asks you to honor them, which means to listen to them. It means to obey them. It means to value them. Maybe even means to encourage them and to encourage them and the things that they're doing. Maybe it's by helping them. Maybe it's by just doing what you're asked. All of those things are part of your relationship with your parents. Now, with that, it's also important to know that honoring your parents doesn't mean going along with your parents if they do ask you to do something that doesn't honor God, right? First, we honor God, then we honor the other authorities in our life. And so if your parents are asking you to disobey God, or if they're asking you to be hurt, if your parents aren't doing what God created you to do, right, you honor them actually not by obeying, but the obedience comes is when your parents are looking, saying, this is what I know is best for you, then the response is to obey. This is also true of every authority. This command to honor your father and mother can also really, really well be applied to all the authorities in your life. It could be honor your teachers. It could be honor police officers. It could be honor government officials. All of those could be even applied into this, because just like God has chosen your parents to be an authority over you and to do what's best for you, God has done that in a whole bunch of arenas of life. And so with those as well, right, we honor them, we respect them, we value them, we even obey them because they have been given to us by God for our benefit, for our good, in order for the good of our society, in order for the good of our classroom, in order for learning, in order for our house. And so we honor, we obey, we love, we listen, we cherish the people that God has chosen in that. And we do that because it's the way that God has chosen to work in our world, and God has given them as a gift to us. And so because of our sinful, broken world, it doesn't mean it's easy. It doesn't mean it's easy to get along with every teacher you have or to get along with your parents at all times. But part of what it means to be a follower of Jesus is we love others. We love others when it comes to our friends, when it comes to our teachers, and especially when it comes to our parents. And God even says that love for your parents, it also benefits you.